Now, speaking about score plateaus, I think that deepening your review in the way I've described is really the biggest thing you could do. Most students don't spend enough time on the review process. And my framework for LSAT studying, the laser approach, learning, accuracy, sections, exams, and review. Review is the last part, but it's often the most neglected. Students often spend too much time on the exams portion, taking exam after exam and measuring themselves, rather than doing fewer exams and reviewing them in more depth. And the LSAT Flex being only 3 sections rather than 5 means that you could theoretically take more practice tests than you would have otherwise and still review them in more depth. But I don't want you suddenly doing 4 exams a week, 1 exam every single day, just because you have 2 hours a day to do that. I would suggest still doing fewer exams and reviewing them in more depth. So now maybe you're doing 2 exams a week rather than only 1, but you still got to take the time to review them in depth in order to avoid making the same mistakes again and again. Because if you just take exam after exam, you're not really taking the time to spot your weak areas. And spotting your weak areas and reviewing the fundamentals in those areas, then coming back and doing another exam is one of the ways to break through a plateau. Another way to break through a plateau is simply take a break. You might be getting burnt out if you're doing too much, especially if you're taking too many timed exams. So I would say take a break, put it aside for a day, a couple of days, maybe even a week. If your LSAT's a month off or more, you do have time to take a break. It is okay. You're not going to lose it all in just a few days or a week. And at a certain point, either you've got the fundamentals or you don't. And your full-length timed exams are really simply a way to continue keeping your endurance up and keeping your rhythm going. So that test day is like just another practice test. That's going to be a lot of the value at a certain point with doing these timed exams. So breaking through a plateau may just require a little bit of distance so that you can come back to it rejuvenated, fresh, and ready to go at it again. Last thing I might say is change your approach. Maybe there is a technique that you're using that simply isn't working for you. Not every technique clicks for every student. And when I coach students one-on-one, I'll present a variety of techniques to find the one that works best for that particular student. And you'll notice this when you watch explanations from a variety of sources or read them from a variety of sources. Different people solve the same question different ways, and it's perfectly fine. You don't have to use my method for solving a particular question. What matters is, does it stick for you specifically? If it doesn't, try out something else. Totally fine. Not a big deal. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.